Welcome to part 5 of how to contact your loved ones in the spirit world. In this part, we will look at how to regress and learn about your past lives. All of us had many past lives over many thousands of years, living in many countries. You may not be of the same sex in all those lives. Some of your loved ones and friends in the present life may also have been in your past life. It is fascinating what you can find about your past, and sometimes you find that some historical facts are wrong, as I have found. I have discovered 10 out of 14 of my past lives over past 3,000 years in different parts of the world. I was given place names, the periods, the names of my family members, and was shown many events in those lives which I have been able to authenticate doing research. In one case, I was able to trace the descendant from one life and found my information to be correct. Once you have learned to contact your loved ones by yourself, I would advise by regressing by yourself rather than using the services of a hypnotist. This is because that way you are assured that you are not influenced by anyone and you are getting the real facts. I have explained in great details my method of regression, my experiences, and how I authenticated the facts that I was getting in my book, The Science of Paranormal. Here are the basic facts. The procedure to regress is basically the same as communicating with your loved ones as explained in part 4. Once you establish contact with your loved one or with your guardian angel, think about either a specific period of time or ask your contact to take you to a past life. Here, each person's experience may differ. You may find some sort of going back in time, like fast-moving frames, that will stop to show you something like a silent movie where you will see yourself with some other people. Sometimes you may see a lot of mist, and when it clears, you will see part of your past life played. You might be told the country you are in, the year, or your name. If not, you can ask these questions. Occasionally, the initial information that you get may not be quite clear or accurate because of the communication problems. This will be usually repeated and corrected subsequently, as I have found. Try to remember the faces and other details, and if possible, write a description or make a sketch as soon as you finish the session. In my case, my wife used the automatic writing method, and I only needed to hold a pencil in my hand, and the pictures that I saw were automatically drawn as explained in my book. Make sure to note down all the details of the people's names, places, place names, years, and what you saw. You will find you can authenticate quite a lot of these facts by researching the history and old maps. It takes time, but worth doing. Remember that the place names given may be the old names. Those places were called by at that time. I found that quite often, which further added weight to the authenticity. You can go back and ask more questions about a specific life in further sessions, because it is difficult for both of you to transmit a load of information in one go. You can also use the services of your medium to authenticate some of the facts and get some more information from her. I have given many such examples in my book. This brings to the end of my 5-part series, How to Contact Your Loved One in the Spirit World. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share it with your friend. For more information, scientific facts, and my pictures from the past lives, and above all, an extraordinary story of our eternal life, read or download my book, The Science of Paranormal, an extraordinary story of our eternal life by Sharad and Nalini Pradhan. Here it is. Goodbye.